We're going to look at 3 Madonna Enthroned altarpieces. This one we have seen before already, Piero della Francesca's Enthroned Madonna, or the Brera Altarpiece. And we have Federico da Montefeltro, who is honoring the Christ child at the bottom. We're going to see the difference of how the Quattrocento and Cinquecento Italian Renaissance changes. Kind of have a crowded scene here. We have the Madonna Enthroned, who is on a throne. Everything is very harmonious and symmetrical. She's in the center and surrounded by a crowd of people. They are in an interior space, but it's all enclosed. There is a rounded archway, and we have the egg that is suspended that is symbolic of Christ breaking out of the tomb. We see some changes with Giovanni Bellini's San Zaccaria Altarpiece. And we have some similarities as well. Notice there's still an egg that's in the ceiling. We have architecture that's here. We have this rounded archway. We have the Madonna who's enthroned. We also have some saints surrounding her. But this is a new Venetian style. It's evocative. He changes some things. We are stepped back also, and we notice that the saints that are here are in a sacred conversation that is very isolated. They're not talking amongst each other, so it's a very quiet space. He's also done something quite radical. He's knocked out the walls. Notice that we have actual outdoors that is breaking through the walls here. We also have real architecture that's up front, and then he's mimicked that architecture in the back to kind of create a three-dimensionality to the space. This is a very large space, and it continues from the inside of the chapel to the actual frame. There's a beautiful contrast of colors, rich colors. There's ivory here, there's gold that's here. So we see lots of textures. And Bellini, we know, uses light to convey messages. So he's bringing in this outdoor light. So we see a rendering of shadows. So look at how the shadows are forming on the background here. There's an increased sense of isolation among these figures. We have San Zaccaria, who's in the front, reading, engrossed in reading, and Mary Magdalene, who's there offering something, as if offering something to Mary. Mary has a very detached expression on her face, and the only person who really sees us as the viewer is the angel that is creating music. Bellini is the poet here. He wrestles with how you paint prayer and how you paint light. Titian's Madonna of the Pesaro family is quite different. We notice a few changes right off the bat. We see that Mary is indeed high and enthroned, but she is not in the center. Peter is in the center. And there are several key things that lead our eye to her. We do still have this rounded archway. It's set in an architectural space. There is real architecture that's here, and then a painted repetition of that. But it is completely broken away now. It leads us completely outdoors and makes it feel like it's a doorway. Jacopo Pesaro's on the left, and then the rest of his family is on the right. And we have St. Francis, who is pointing to the family as if recommending them to Mary. Pesaro was an admiral in the Navy. He had a fleet in Venice. And notice his son is the only one that is turned staring back at us. So we see the donors in this particular painting. So it's a fusion of church, secular, of private, and public. We have the keys that are supposedly the keys of heaven that Christ gave to Peter, who is the leader of the church. And those are in this open space that's on the stairs. And our eye is then led up from that empty space on the stairs, up the key, up Peter, and then to Mary. This painting would have been seen from the left as people were walking through. So this particular placement would have, or perspective, would allow us to enter this image, and it would have felt right as you're walking down the aisle. These figures are life-size, so it would have been very large, 16 feet high, and it's unusual because of this asymmetrical balance with the Madonna and Child and these separate things going on. Mary is gazing towards Peter, And baby Jesus is a playful baby Jesus looking towards St. Francis. This is one of the first times we have actually seen the Christ child feel like a baby. This is a great example of the Cinquecento Renaissance, Titian's understanding of bodies, of real weight and three-dimensionality, the beautiful colors, the use of oil. This is Renaissance at its height.